VGAmore here with the Quickie review for you guys. Today's Quickie is going to be about the Camerica Freedom Stick. What's the Freedom Stick? Well, it's a wireless controller for the NES that's supposed to free you of the wires and mess, but with a bulky IR sensor that has to be plugged into the system and a troubling build quality. Can the Camerica Freedom Stick live up to its NES Advantage counterpart, or does it flounder in a sea of bad peripherals? So right off the bat, the build quality feels super cheap. This thing is light, really light. It's too light. For a controller this big, you really want it to have a little weight. That way when you set it like on the counter or the table, whatever you're playing it on, it doesn't move around. So for that purposes, this thing is far too light for what it is. The stick on it is also terrible. The build quality on the stick, you have to use a lot of pressure to move it around, to actually move Mario back and forth there. It's not easy to use. And since you have to use harder than normal pressure, it moves around because it's so damn light. The sensor has an okay range. It can go kind of far, but don't expect to be able to move around and play like a modern controller. It uses IR, which is, as we know, not very good. If someone walks in front of it, you're going to get cut off. One thing of note is that it claims to be able to be used with Nintendo, Sega, Atari 2600, 7800, the XE, and the Commodore 64. Overall, this thing feels extremely cheap and makes the gaming experience worse overall. I definitely don't recommend it. It's not a fun peripheral to use. Like I said, it does have a turbo function that does work, but with how horrible the buttons are to press and how hard it is to actually use this controller, it's not any fun. So I officially do not recommend buying this controller. If you see it, maybe it'd be cool as a shelf item or something like that, but you won't be playing any games with it. I would stick to the NES Advantage if we were going to use a controller like that at all. Alright, so this has been the first VGA Quickie. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for the next one. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.